Or everything's gone live like it should. Let's see, I think so. Dun, dun. Why can't I see my preview? That's spooky. It's just a gray screen. Oh, come on. Is it? Oh, God, come on. Is it actually live? Let me check my phone. Sorry, guys. I don't know if it's. There it goes. Hey, there it goes. Okay, we got it. All right. Hi everyone. We're gonna do a really short stream today, just because I want to do a check-in with all of you guys. Just it's been a little bit, maybe about 2 weeks since the last one. So I just want to do like a quick little check-in with you guys, and figured I could do that while I was sketching. Sorry, I was supposed to start like 30 minutes ago, but like I said, if you guys haven't seen the community post that I made, I have been struggling just a little bit with some like really heavy fatigue, and I've gained like a lot of weight in a really short period, and so like currently I'm working with my doctors to figure out what's going on, and there's like a couple possibilities. We've identified that the thyroid antigens in my body are really high, so there's something going on with that. So I don't know what it is, but I just want to let you guys know that it's not that I'm like abandoning streaming or anything. It's just I'm just really struggling to like live. So I'm not abandoning you guys. I'm just really struggling right now. But what I'll be working on is for now is this Godsbane chapter cover. Basically, I have a lot of Godsbane already like sketched out, mostly because it's like from the pilot, and I'll be reusing some of like the basic layouts of some of these panels. So yeah, this is what I've been working on while I've been away. Like a lot of this is scripted already. This is all of volume 1. So I have a lot of stuff scripted, and now it's just like getting down to like the meat and like actually doing the drawing. So I would really appreciate it if you guys would be patient with me while I try to get my butt in gear and get back to like a regular drawing schedule. So hey, hello Luca, what's up? How you doing? I feel like I've forgotten how to draw my own characters. I took a little bit too long of time off, I think. So, oh dear. Which is funny because these two characters basically look incredibly. Oh, my eraser's really big. How are you? It's gonna be a little bit of a shorter stream today, but VOD will be up for anyone who wants to watch it. Hi Ray. Hi, Cat. Is it Cat Gur or Cat Gear? I always try to make sure I pronounce people's names correctly, so sometimes I'll ask. It's not based on any one specific culture, but I took from a lot of different cultures. There's some aspects from like European culture, and some aspects from South Asian culture, and some from like Native American culture. So I tried to not make it based on any one specific culture, because I felt like that would be kind of disrespectful. So I tried to take inspiration from a variety of different places, to sort of create something that was more unique and not too heavily based on one specific thing. And part of that is I don't really have a culture of my own, to be completely honest. My family is Amish. And so, if you guys don't know what Amish is, Amish folk live like they did in like the 1800s. There's no electricity. All of the lighting is like gas or kerosene, mostly kerosene. And so they're an extreme fundamentalist Christian group, basically, that lives, they live in a very odd way. And so I can't really pull from that culture. Like in Amish culture, you don't even like take photos of yourself, or a lot of them don't like photos taken of them. A lot of them don't like videos taken of them. And so I felt like it was kind of impossible to use my own to make a manga, which I would have really loved to do, but I'm not making a manga about Amish people. I'm not gonna do that. Hello. So, I kind of tried to pull from a bunch of different places rather than like, oh, it's based on X or Y. It's based on like a hodgepodge mix smash of all sorts of different things. But, yeah. I don't want to base it too heavily on any one thing because I feel like that would be really disrespectful. So instead, what I tried to do is I tried to look at a lot of like the nearby cultures and try to create something that's believable because ultimately all cultures influence each other when you have like like clusters of them. And so like for example like both China and Korea strongly influenced Japanese culture with like their writing systems and their artwork and fashion because they interacted with each other. So what I tried to do is I tried to create something believable so that way you can see, oh, like realistically it could have been influenced by this and realistically it could have been influenced by this based on like the historical happenings in that region of the world at the time. So that's kind of how I tried to approach it. Especially since I don't have anything of my own really to pull from. I didn't grow up Amish. I'm just to clarify, I did not grow up in that way, but my grandfather did. And we went to visit my family a lot. So I'm like really familiar with the culture because not all Amish communities shun people. Some of them don't. Some of them have sort of the stipulation that like if you come back, especially if you bring like your English children. English means like non-Amish. So like when we would go visit my Amish relatives, like they always called me English, even though like I'm not from England. English just means non-Amish. I was a worldly child, as they say. And so when I would go visit them, we always had to like live and dress like they did while we were there temporarily, just to visit. And usually the only time we would go is if like there was like a family funeral or because it's like a really big event or like a family reunion. I haven't gone to one in a long time. I'm not particularly close with any of my Amish relatives. Good morning, Brent. Don't know why. Oh, I forgot this was here. Okay. Can you guys hear me okay? I hope so. I just realized it. Maybe you can't. Okay, yeah, you guys should be able to hear me okay. Cool. So I want to make sure. No one was responding to what I was talking about, so I'm like, oh my god, maybe they can't hear me. Did I mess up my mic? That would be classic me. Classic me. Hasn't streamed in 2 weeks, messed up my audio. Would be classic. Never said I was smart. But yeah, sorry if that's a weird question, like, or that was a weird answer. I don't know if you guys missed the context. The context was like, what culture is it based off of? And the answer is a lot of things. Because I don't have my own culture that I can really share. Oh my, who messaged me? Again. Dude, bro, can you wait until I'm at work, please? Thank you. It's not the work time yet. I got 25 minutes. 25 minutes and then I have to clock in. shoe design here. I forgot what I drew ours as shoe as. Shoes as. I forgot. Do I have my... No. Oh, okay. It's okay. I can just, yeah. Man. I mean, I like... I mean, Global Comics is fun. I just... The weekend is never long enough, is all. The weekend is never long enough. So, let's throw this, no, I want that side. Need to see his shoes. Because I cannot draw shoes for the life of me. Hey, good time to go do autosave. Thanks, Clip Studio. I'm literally in the middle of something. But a 3-day weekend is too long. No, I completely disagree with you. I completely disagree. 3 days is perfect. 3 days is perfect. I would rather have a 3-day weekend. I mean, the only downside to something like a 3-day weekend is when you get back, there's more work for you to do. Because you missed a day. So, but if we're talking only about weekends, 3 days is perfect. I don't. Am I the only one that hates drawing feet? Even my own characters. Alright. Cool. And then the wave pattern is something that I have pre-made, so I'm not going to worry about that. Oh, this needs to be down. This is the type of fabric that it is. This comes down and around. But overall, I find sometimes if like if a series relies too heavily on like an existing culture, strangely enough, I find it less interesting. Like, I find it more interesting when like a culture is completely made up, but seems believable. I find that way more interesting. But that, you know, comes from someone that is never, ever, ever gonna see my own culture, quote, quote, even though I mean, like I said, I didn't grow up as an Amish person, but I spent a lot of time around them, and that's historically what my family is. And so, like, I will never, ever, ever see a manga about Amish people. And even if I did, I would strongly question how accurate it would be, because a lot of the TV shows out there are already incredibly inaccurate. Like, Amish people don't have a mafia. Okay, that's not real. That's lies and BS. And, like, that's not real. And a lot of people don't understand why they do what they do, or they see it as, like, oppressive and abusive. You know, like, I mean, in some ways it is. Some ways it can be. So, yeah, I find other people's cultures way more interesting than my own in that way, because I also, like, I'm not religious. So I just don't find my culture, frankly, that appealing, and I've kind of intentionally distanced myself from it, which is sad, you know, if you think about it. Chapter 2, not volume 2. I wish. I wish I was at volume 2 already. Oh, the life would be good if I was already at volume 2. Working on chapter 2. I've got volume 1 right here. Let me finish volume 1 first. I'm hoping to have chapters I'm gonna stop saying hope. I'm going to have chapters 2 and 3 done by the end of the year. The only thing that might slow it down is I'm working on a new one shot. So, if you know, you know. So, like a different one shot from Onami. So, well, yes and no. I have it all scripted as far as volume 1. For Godsbane, it's all at minimum scripted, and then I'm reusing some of the pages from the pilot as far as like what happens within those pages. I need to redraw every single page though, because Aros's design has changed. Actually, almost all of my characters' designs have changed. So I have a lot of stuff to redraw. I have like, oh my gosh, I have like 150 pages that I have to do for the rest of this volume. But I have about 70 pages already started because of the pilot. The same stuff happens in them, except the dialogue changes a little bit, and then the character designs have changed. So basically, I have to redraw all of this from scratch. My goal is to get chapter 2, which is all of this one, to page 35 from 18 to 35. I want to get that one sketched out. And I've thought about just sketching out the whole thing. Just go through, sketch out the entire volume. That way I get a lot of like practice with these particular characters rather than doing it only chapter by chapter. So I'd really like to have all of this sketched out by the end of the month. I think it's possible. It's definitely reasonable because when I was doing like my Onami stuff, I was able to sketch out like 50 pages in like a week, easy. So, but yeah, I'm gonna start a new one shot as well. I'm probably gonna do horror this time. I don't have any other stories at this particular moment that I'm particularly like close to or invested in. So I'll probably go with the horror story that I've been thinking about, which I think would be really cute. Well, horror isn't cute, but it's a ghost story. It's like a paranormal encounter story, but with cats. Basically, is what it is. I do have another story that's a funny one that I would really love to do, but I don't think I'm quite ready for that one. So I'm gonna save that because that's more of a like comedy, and I'm not good with comedy. Comedy is probably one of the areas in life in general that I'm the weakest. I'm not good with jokes. I'm not good with humor. I try to be funny, but I'm not very good at being funny. Let's be honest. See, once I start streaming, I can keep going. I just have to get my butt started. I just have to get my butt out the door and out the door of my bedroom. Because I'm like, bed's so soft. Me, sleepy. So, alright. So I've got that cleaned up a little bit more. Let's get this cleaned up. Will cats get helper ghosts? No, the cat's the one being haunted. The idea is that the cat gets trapped in a haunted house, basically. Do you want to know what the title's gonna be? Well, I won't share that yet. I won't share it yet. Or what? Well, it depends on what he actually saw and thinks of it. But what I already have an idea for the for the title that I think is frankly quite clever, considering I'm really bad at humor. Oh, I just realized that this is supposed to go down. Whoa, what did I do to your hair, bruh? Aros has extremely fluffy hair. He always has. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Look at him. Oops. Alright, this goes in the middle. This is in the middle. Got a little bit here. and a little bit right here. Kind of overlap. Uh-oh, really? Oh. Yeah, I'm dropping frames. Why? Close Discord. Okay, I closed some unnecessary things. Everything should hopefully be better now. Let me know if it's any better. It's just positioned really badly. It's a bad tangent. Huh. That sucks. Well, sorry guys. I'll be live maybe like a few more minutes. Sorry for the trouble. I'm trying to figure out what's causing that. I don't have anything like extra open. Oh, I've got Pure Ref open. Pure Ref is pretty heavy. Yeah, I don't have anything else open to close. So it's probably just my internet this morning. Sorry. Oh, yeah, that's right. I was gonna put in the rest of this. Oh, yeah, I gotta put in the column. See, where do I want that to be? Right here, maybe? Dun, 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 dun. I'll just type then, just to make it easier. Alright, this is mostly still good, so I don't need to change much of this. This will all be filled in anyway, so it's not really gonna matter that much. This one, though, does matter. This goes all the way down here. Okay. Basically what I'm doing is I'm cleaning up the sketch so that when I go to ink, I can be more confident in some of these lines. And what I usually do is I duplicate the sketch layer and make that my my line art, and then all I do is just clean up the line art. So I'm kind of doing like a rough line art now. That's why I'm trying to be a little bit more exact with my inking or my sketching. Is it'll be a little bit more exact. I'll worry about the birds later. Let's see, middle of his back should be where his elbow is. And I drew it on that layer. Mao is a lot leaner than he is. I messed that up. I'm having a hard time today, guys, with drawing hands. It's the right story of my life. It happens to the best of us. I am not the best of us. I'm probably one of the worst of us. Oh my goodness. I cannot draw hands today. Well, let me go back to drawing wings. Because that's what I feel more comfortable with today. I'll tackle the hands later when I feel better about it. Isn't that just a mood? Alright, here's the fill. That's a fill. Alright, and this goes down and up. Okay. This is all the pretty small stuff. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, that's good to know. I was worried that it was me. Maybe it's not me. It might be. Who knows? Maybe it is. Maybe it balanced itself out. Thank you for the feedback. I'm trying to figure out like what could, because that's not the first time I've heard that. That's why I thought initially maybe I picked the wrong mic, because I do have two mics. So I thought maybe it was like maybe I have like the wrong mic. Let me just double check it again. Yeah, it should be on my my JLab, so it should be good. Oh, I just realized I never turned the music on. I brought up my music player, but I never hit play. Sorry, you guys just listened to a stream with no music. I'm so sorry. I have about 5 minutes before I have to clock in anyway, so I'll probably end shortly, just so I've got some time to get ready for work. Like, go get my water bottle and all that fun stuff. Make sure my cat is fed, which she is, but she'll probably want second breakfast. So, I didn't get as much done as I wanted today, but that's okay. I feel like a lot of this is basically ready to go for inking. So providing I have energy later, I might be able to do an inking stream later today. Or I'll just keep on sketching. Would you guys like to see, so for example, some of these pages are older. They're from the pilot version. Would you guys be, like, interested to see me, like, re-sketch these? Like, is this an interesting thing for you guys to watch? Like, me doing sketches and stuff? Because I know some people think, like, sketching is kind of boring and because it's kind of loose and messy. Like, would you guys prefer, like, sketching or inking? Do you guys have a preference? At all? Alright, see you, Comic Man. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. But yeah, let me know what you guys would prefer. Inking or sketching. Both? Okay, cool. We can do both. Easy to do. I tend to prefer inking on stream. Okay, cool. Yeah, because I know sometimes people are like, oh god, I just want to see like the final product. Da, 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 da. I'm used to keeping sketching a really private process. I don't know why. Like it feel like inking in public is fine, but for whatever reason, sketching like on stream is a little different. So I'm trying to figure out like what does my audience want. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and go. Thank you so much for joining me for this really short stream. I'm sorry it was only like 30 minutes. But I will hopefully see you guys later. I will try to stream tonight. I'm gonna try to do like a little bit, maybe like a little one in the morning and maybe a little one in the afternoon. Like depending on how much goes. So like, and my streaming may be inconsistent time wise because like I said, I am going through like some medical stuff right now, so my energy is like really bad due to my thyroid being shot. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Take it easy, have a good day, and thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. Ciao.